G'day. How you going? All right. We're now live. We're episode 21, BEOUF BEOUF, with Côte de Boeuf from Providence Butcher. I'm here with Struan.
Hey guys.
Of Providence Butcher, and we're going to join up with his partner Tom to have a quick chat.
Beat, get his sign of approval. Hopefully I've cooked it all right. Struan says it's okay, but I think Tom's the butcher, isn't he?
You ask him. Hi mate.
Hey guys, how you doing?
All right. How are you?
I've got to be honest, I feel pretty disconnected watching you guys drink beer and cook meat. I'm sitting in my...
Yeah, it's all right actually, mate. Doesn't feel like work.
It's it. It looks like a lot of fun.
Oh.
Look at that.
How did I do, mate? How did I do?
Looks pretty fine to me. Struan, you're going to bring some of that across to me after the afterburn, right?
I don't know if there's going to be any left, mate. I'll try. I'll try. Yeah, cooked really spot on. It smells great as well. I was saying when I arrived here, Instagram needs to come up with some sort of smell-o-vision to get the smokiness and the stuff in the air over. Because the looks are only half of it.
I can look at it and still appreciate the quality of it. You're doing a great job. Looks delicious. Who's going to be eating that tonight, Hillary?
Well, it'll be me and the magic ingredient, which is the wife, Penny. And we have a guest around. He's a bit of a hardcore carnivore.
Good.
And he's going to, he'll eat that thing on his own if we let him.
I can see Chris Jago there. He's another one of our butchers just saying hello. Hey, mate.
Hey, Chris.
Just wondering, Tom, if you turn around a little bit, or go the other way, get the light in front of your face. It's a bit dark.
Yeah.
That's better. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. So
put the BEOUF or what?
So maybe then let's start with a bit of the story then. How did Providence Butcher happen? How did it start? How did you guys meet? Start right at the beginning for us. How's that?
Well, I don't know how long the afterburn goes for, but I'll keep it brief. Struan and I met at Goodman Steakhouse, actually, just off Regent Street, but it was the result of some coincidence in that his girlfriend, then now wife, Tig, was working with someone who overheard a conversation basically about a couple of people who were looking to potentially open a butcher shop. So she then linked into that conversation and said, look, my boyfriend, now husband, has just finished retraining in butchery. And yeah, it started from there basically. So we were keen. It was a brainchild of my brother's actually, and his wife Erin, who were considering doing a butchery / restaurant type operation. I was a bit fed up with my career and what I'd been doing. So he said, look, if we, had a go at this, would you be keen to get involved? And I said yes. And so I was one coming, not from a butchery or a food background really. So we needed a Struan or a version of Struan, and we needed a version of a butcher, and we ended up with Struan, which was far better.
Sorry about that, mate. Just imagine how good it could have been.
Exactly. I always wonder that. But yeah, no, that was it. So that was end of 2012. We sort of first started having those conversations. I think we met in maybe September, October 2012.
Started work in February 2013.
Yeah, spent 6 months sort of traveling around the UK, meeting different contacts who Struan had obviously met through his exposure in the industry already, and then other contacts through family and that sort of thing, meeting farmers and just figuring out how we wanted to do it and what we really wanted to create. By then, the idea had moved to more just becoming a butcher shop rather than a restaurant as well. And then an opportunity came up in Notting Hill, and we took it and just ran with it. It was a couple of people, one from advertising, one from recruitment, really not knowing what the hell they were doing. And yeah, we spent 3 years making a lot of mistakes and cutting our teeth and just working as hard as we could to try and keep it alive. And yeah, 7 years later, here we are.
Oh, congratulations, guys. Yeah, no, that sounds really good. So what made you then go just stick with the butchery path then? What's the, I mean, you've got one of the master butchers with you, so maybe that was influenced it, but what made you stick into the butchery path?
We just realised that Struan couldn't cook, so the restaurant thing wasn't going to work.
I think
he can cook.
One of the big reasons is
I think more just not to complicate things as much as anything, probably. But yeah,
And we're kind of all about the raw product and where it's come from, and giving people the opportunity to take it home and do something really good with it. You know, like giving someone good ingredients, great opportunity to put good stuff at home.
Okay, okay. And then what made you choose the area where you've set up? Because you've got one in Little Venice or Maida Vale there.
Yeah.
Why that particular area, and what made you set up there?
We started in Notting Hill. That was largely because that's where my brother and his wife Erin were living at the time, and they knew that area pretty well. And yeah, it was more that was pretty simple. The reason for that one. Then I don't know. When you've only got one shop and then you're looking to expand and open other shops, it was kind of that analogy where you're really hammering on real estate agents' doors, you know, begging them to give you a chance to give you that really next great site somewhere. But as you open more and more shops, it swings around a wee bit, and real estate agents start calling you and offering you. But Chelsea came up through, I think, a contact of Struans got in touch, and that was a street that's nothing like it is now. It was a Muse, residential Muse street, I think, and they wanted to, the Cadogan estate down there wanted to do a big project on that and turn it into a food street, which is, I don't know if you've been down there.
Into the corner there, isn't there, on that street?
On Pavilion Road.
Yeah.
There's one pretty near. There's the Rose and Crown, which I'm sure some of the guys working in there today and watching on Instagram will be coming to later. I think the reason we open in all those areas, Queen's Park, Little Venice, Chelsea and Notting Hill, is a real demand of people who just wanted to eat good food. Notting Hill, Tom's a Kiwi, you're an Aussie. There's loads of Aussies and Kiwis there, and Americans.
Yeah.
And they're kind of the top 3 nations worldwide that want to eat great steak.
Yeah,
I'd say.
very true, very true. Yeah.
And lots of Europeans who really care about where stuff's come from. And that was the big question for us. Can we open somewhere that can cater to all those people, and when they're asking, like, why is this good? Where's it come from? And be honest with them. So British, but free range. And we really believe in the farmers. We've got the same 4 or 5 suppliers that we've had since we opened in 2013.
And so you've taken the time then to understand the whole chain, right?
Yeah.
Right at the beginning, the whole, well, as the name suggests, the whole problem, right? Then the beginning of the cow, the beginning of the farm, the process.
You've got to field to fork, pasture to plate, all these different buzzwords. But like I said in the thing earlier, as butchers, we only get a very, very small part of that animal's life. It's all been farmed for, you know, that beef you're eating today has had 30 months before it's come to us for 65 days. So we're being more of a conduit between the people that are making great food and people who get to cook it and eat it.
Mm.
Okay. I might have to put a question out to you. There's just, I need to top up the barbecue with some fuel, right? We've got some Dauphinoise potatoes here to go with the beef, and barbecue's telling me it needs some more pellets. So
Fair enough.
You know, perhaps if you can tell us a little bit more about this bit of beef and how it made it to York.
So this one's from Charles, Tom.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know it as the Belted Galloway. But,
I've been listening from the beginning, so I've been watching you guys from the start of the show.
Thanks, mate.
No.
Yeah, and Charles is one of those suppliers, isn't he? That's just been with us from the beginning.
Yeah.
And grown as we've grown.
Yeah. And it was a relationship that you had from Greenwich, wasn't he? Is that right? If I remember correctly.
No, from my good friend Rich Summers.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but yeah, he's been with us for over 7 years now.
Okay,
He's our main beef supplier.
Right, right. Is it the one breed that he keeps, or is he rotated around during the year? I don't know, takes them in and out of season sort of thing, or?
I think it's all traditional British breeds. So I think he now, pigs-wise, I think he has the largest herd of Gloucester Old Spots in the UK.
Okay.
But then it's Hereford, South Devon, Galloways, Belted Galloway, and he has a pretty special line of Dexters, which is on on Mount Grace Farm. He feeds some of those on deer as well. So sort of like aping that the Wagyu idea of massage deer-fed cows. But Dexters are they're rowdy anyway. Yeah. They've got like quite spiky personalities. When you put a couple of pints in them, I think.
Oh well, I mean, I've heard the name of Dexter, but I don't know if I've ever
smaller, stockier animal.
Yeah.
Really suitable for hilly land because they've got short legs.
Okay, right.
But rowdy.
But like Struan.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, no, because you know, I grew up on a farm till I was about 8 or 9 years old in Australia. I don't know if you know a place called Albury in
I
Australia.
don't know a place called Australia.
it's
No, I don't. Whereabouts is it? Whereabouts is it in Oz, Hillary? Whereabouts are you from in Oz?
I thought you were the 9th state or 7th.
I thought we should avoid those jokes today, but
No, it was going to come at some stage, wasn't it?
Tom grew up on a farm as well, actually. So
Oh, right.
similarity there.
So I grew up on the New South Wales Victoria border,
okay.
and then I was on a farm till I was about 8 years old, and they had cows there. They bred Mercedes. It was quite hilly place.
Yeah.
They had some Mercedes cows there, but it was mostly sheep for wool.
Yeah.
So
Why only till 8? What took you off the farm?
Because it was too far from town to go to school, so the
Right.
school journey was quite long. It was a 3/4 of an hour bus journey to get to the spot to catch the other bus for the next 3/4 of an hour journey, and if you missed that bus, that was it. Mum would have to go and pick you up, and that
That's a bit too difficult.
yeah.
She didn't want to homeschool you.
No, that wasn't going to work out. So we moved into the town then, and
Yeah.
I went from there, and then sort of about 20 years ago, I came over to London. So
Yeah.
you know, and I've been doing the barbecuing for a while, and the main thing for me is, or the Instagram I started about 5 years ago, and then to promote barbecue. But the big and the most sort of important and wonderful thing that I've come across throughout it is the butchers and the butcher trade behind it all.
Yeah.
I wasn't that familiar with it. To be honest, to know what the two steaks are in a T-bone, I would have had no idea.
Yeah. I still don't know that.
All right.
Australia's got a real, like a real rich history in butchery. They do it the right way. So I'm like the picture. I mean, Tom will tell you we have some of the best butchers in the business.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You know, great English guys go to other places, but Australia teach butchery properly. 4-year
The apprenticeship schemes there are very thorough, aren't they? They're very detailed, and the butchers that we've had over here from Australia are, and New Zealand as well, to a lesser extent in terms of the numbers of New Zealanders we've had. But very thorough. It seems like they've been trained thoroughly through the whole process, right from like food and health and safety, right through butchery of the whole animal to the way you should keep your shop and run a shop, and the whole package. It's really impressive.
And I don't know if other butchers have told you this, there's a bit of like an international butcher's language. Yes. So do you know a bit about back slang?
I've heard a few terms that as customers walk into the shop, you can use a few words to reference that customer.
Well, I think that it's not all that. Originally, it was a market language from Victorian Britain, so people would talk about
good diversion, Struan.
To go and grab something, or whether something was good or not, or what to give people without the customer knowing.
Right.
But all the guys who come over from Australia know the same language as well, so it's traveled across the world.
Universal.
Is there a bit of a give us a tip in there? Give us a bit of a.
I mean, it's back slang. So if you got beef is feed. Chicken's too complicated to do backwards, so it's just D-rib, which is bird.
Okay.
But you wanna listen out if someone's handing you something and someone else has said that it's one dude, that means it's no good. Or either that or you're no good.
Okay. Right. No, because I go down to Smithfield Market quite regularly.
Yeah.
And have a look around, and I know a few of the blokes down there, and there's one particular chap that very, very, very clever down there, I found, and whatever he does, when he picks up the phone, he just talks in some sort of cryptic words that I've not ever heard, and then all of a sudden a pile of chicken wings appears in front of you, or a brisket, and how he did it, I don't know, but
he might actually just be speaking a different language, Hillary.
He could well be, yeah.
He might be from somewhere else in Europe.
I may have broken some sort of secret code.
I think you might have busted that open, Struan.
Be getting assassinated in my sleep. Letting you in on the secret. So if you find a steak knife in my heart,
no, thanks. No, it's interesting. it's something most definitely that out of all of this Instagramming that's really spurred me on and you know, kept me going, and something that I really want to promote is the butchery trade. You know, just because there's so many wonderful people involved, like obviously you guys. There's people, the meat that's involved, the care that's gone into things.
Yeah.
You know, from good proper butcher. You know, you can really see that when you meet people now, and which I'd never recognised before. And just as a, you know, you ever bought meat at a supermarket, that's almost insane to me nowadays. To go and do that, you know. But to go and speak to a butcher and meet the butcher, they all tend to be quite good cooks as well.
Yeah, I think we've got to be offering that from a butchery retail perspective. If we want to, you know, if we're trying to encourage and convince people that they should be buying from us and shopping with us and coming in and experiencing the process with us, we need to be, you know, you need to be doing something different to the supermarkets and a lot better. And I know the quality of the products, obviously, we would command is better than that, and that's the same across most retail butcher shops these days. I think there's a good community amongst those who've got butchery businesses and that sort of thing. It seems like everyone's, you know, got an eye on each other's back, and will always, you know, we still now with any of our shops, if someone comes in and asks for something that we don't have, you know, we're happy to point them up the road to the next closest butcher shop and suggest them or give them their number and say, get in touch with them. They may have what you're looking for. So I think, yeah, we need to be offering a different experience, and you need to be offering that knowledge about cooking and ingredients, and you need to be just kind of nice and pleasant to people, because at times I think there's a lot of customers that probably come in that maybe are feeling a little bit on the back foot as to what they can ask for, whether they can ask for advice on cooking it in front of other customers and that sort of stuff. So you've got to make it an approachable kind of atmosphere, I guess.
Yeah, most definitely, mate. Most definitely, and thank you to both of you guys. I'm really proud to be promoting what you do. And
well, thanks for having us on and putting on such a good show.
I love it, mate. It's you know, apart from the wonderful meat that I get to eat and all of that as well, but you know,
it's just a small part about it.
It's true. It's true. The stories. I've also found butchers tend to have quite a bit of a sense of humour as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
sorry you had to have Struan there today. But
definitely with our guys, like a lot of great personalities in there. What's the famous chef that wrote that sort of definitive book on chefing?
Bourdain.
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
He says in that book he's never met a happy fishmonger and never met a butcher that isn't funny. I think, you know, it's a pretty good gig. Like I said earlier, if you make your gig something you really enjoy doing, it's not so hard to get up in the morning. You generally move.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Yeah,
sure.
It's wonderful. I've never met a butcher that doesn't like tequila as well. In fact,
we've got a few Christmas parties that prove that's right.
Yeah, 100%. How long have you and Jack been doing your thing together? Hillary, you said you've been doing it for 5 years. Have you guys been doing it together the whole time, or?
No, I've been doing the Instagram for 5 years, and that's allowed my account to grow quite a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I started fairly early on, and also too, I've sort of got a mathematical background, and it's a bit of a numbers game on Instagram. You got to keep driving it. You got to ride the wave, man.
Yeah.
And then, but Jack I met a couple of years ago, and you know, works locally here to where I live, and we must have seen Stoke Newington post.
Okay.
And so we catch up, and sort of like, it's really weird when you meet someone from Instagram and you know that you've been chatting to, sort of sit there and stare at each other like
almost like hobby dating. You're into the same thing, so you meet up, talk it through.
Exactly. So, and then, you know, we become good mates out of it, and
awesome.
We love doing these shows. This is 21st episode, so 21 weeks now.
Cool.
Yeah, it's great.
We love promoting the butchers. We love promoting barbecue. You know, we get it set up. We'll be cooking all year round. We got the umbrella here, and you know,
it's pretty miserable out there today.
You can't really see, mate, but this is not the only barbecue.
Isn't it? No.
About 50% of the surface in the garden is covered by
every range of barbecue under the sun or under the clouds.
Right, so hang on to that for a second, Struan, and we'll top you up. But yeah, on that note, we'll say thank you very much and cheers for joining us, guys.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
very much for the beef, mate. Absolutely sensational.
No
Cut of
problem at
beef.
all. We wish
Thanks
the winner enjoys it. Have you announced the winner?
Not yet. No.
You guys are going to take it yourselves, aren't you? You're just going to cook it there and spend the
Yeah.
afternoon at it.
So,
Thanks for having us on, Hillary. Enjoy.
Cheers, mate. See you
you
Monday.
too, mate. And cheers to you. Thank you very much. Much
Take it easy.
appreciated.
Thank you.
All right.